and welcome to the Virtual Cheese Awards 2024, showcasing the best of British cheese. I'm Danielle Tingey and I'm going to be moderating this session. And today we are judging the best artisan cheese made from farm's own herd, and this is using goat's milk. We've got 5 cheeses in this category to judge, and judging them are 2 esteemed judges, Nicola and Tanny. I'll let them introduce themselves to you. Tanny, first with you, please.
Hello, I'm Tanny Gill. I work with Clark Specialty Foods based in Scotland, Edinburgh. I've been involved in the British cheese industry for the last 20 years. I've been actively involved with Virtual Cheese Awards right from day one. And I am looking forward to judging new cheeses and also meeting fellow new judges. Thank you.
And now Nicola.
Hi, I'm Nicola Beardmore. I work as a full-time grader for Newer Foods. Prior to that, I did quite a lot of deli work, I do a lot of judging, and I won Young Cheesemonger of the Year in 2018.
Fabulous. Okay, so this is artisan cheese made from farm's own herd, and it's goat's milk. And we're going to be scoring against 4 different attributes. We're going to be looking at appearance, aroma, texture, and flavour. And the winner of this class is going to be going forward to the best of category stage on finals, which will be held on Tuesday, the 14th of May. Okay, let's get going. The first cheese is 1042, please.
Ooh, very interesting little round mold ripens.
Goat's milk, yeah.
It's delicious. Wow. Okay, what are we thinking for appearance?
I think it looks really sweet.
Yeah, it looks lovely. Yeah, natural rounded, a bit of mold growing on it. Good little geotrichum contours formed on the rind, which gives that little kind of textured look. Almost kind of how you want to call it, as wrinkles on your skin. Those little wrinkles coming through, and I think that probably would have been more on the top and the bottom, but because of the transport and the wrapping, probably it's flattened out a bit more. But yeah, no,
Yeah, that's exactly what I've got. I've got a little bit more on one side than the other.
Yeah. No, looks good. Looks good for me. Appearance wise, happily give a 10. What do you think, Nicola?
I'd go for a 9 myself.
Yeah.
Just that unevenness is a little bit.
Fine,
Yeah.
let's go with 9 for that one.
Okay, and then next, thinking about aroma, please.
I've also got a really pretty, pristine white paste in there as well.
Lovely, nice, very clean.
So the outer there, you've got this really earthy, musty scent. And then I'm not getting a lot from the inner. I'm not getting a lot from the paste at all, to be perfectly honest. A little bit off.
Yeah, it's the rind that is overpowering any aroma, if there should be any, but very delicate, nothing untoward. So I don't know, I'm quite happy to give an 8 on the aroma.
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's clean, it's clean, it's nice.
And what about the texture?
Texture, yeah, it's a young cheese, so
You don't even need to cut it, it just falls apart actually.
smooth and
Yeah,
smooth,
that's really smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a really nice mouthfeel.
Sort of lovely and pasty and really nice, lovely texture. For what it is, a young fresh cheese, it's nice texture. Quite clean also on the cheddar feel of it. I'd give a
Okay. What are we
eight-
thinking for a
8 and
score?
9 on texture.
I'd go for a 9, to be
9,
honest.
yeah, 9 on
For how
texture.
smooth it is, it's lovely.
Okay. That sounds so good. And what about the flavour? What are you tasting?
Lovely, very nice flavor. Very balanced. It's got almost two beautiful distinct flavors when you eat the patty by itself and one with the rind. By itself, it's got a lovely citrusy, lemony, very balanced salt. When you have it with the rind, you almost get that sharp, spicy notes coming through the J2
Spicy notes as well.
Yeah, like I say, with the paste itself, I've got this really nice sort of lactic with a little bit of honey. That's
Right.
really nice cheese, actually.
So what are we thinking of in terms of a total score?
Happy to give it a 9, 8.
Yeah, I'd have gone for an 8 or a 9 myself, so 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone for 9 for appearance, 8 for aroma, 9 for texture, and flavour scores a.
And we can always come back for it.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so next up is 1043, please.
One, 0, 3.
What's that cute? Cool. The little square one.
Cute.
That's really sweet.
That's a nice mould.
Yeah, it's a lot more even on this one as well, actually.
Almost feels like the same cheesemaker almost.
Yeah, it looks like it with even with the shape as well, and it's a lot more sort of rustic looking.
The rind on it, the molds. Yeah, it looks good. Appearance, another 8, 9.
Yeah, I'd go for a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. So even rind, rustic looking. Okay. What about the aroma? What can you smell?
So again, it's just that sort of musty on the outer there. See what we get from the paste. Again, it's just a really delicate paste.
Very delicate, yeah. And most of the aroma is coming from the geotrichum on the rind rather than the cheese itself. So
Yeah, I'd go for maybe a 7.
yeah,
Okay. What about texture?
yeah, lovely texture, nice and pasty, soft, creamy.
Really, really buttery.
Mm.
Slightly richer than the last one, but really smooth, completely coats the mouth. I'd go for a 9.
Yeah, I'll go with the same, yeah.
Okay, 9 for texture. And what about the flavour?
I'm getting a sort of really peppery warmth to it. It starts off with this sort of sweet, sort of citrus, and then it just develops into this array of everything else.
you're right, it does start off sweet. It does get beautifully kind of, um, mine almost finishes off kind of meaty, and with the rind gives that lovely kind of spiciness to it. And there's this lovely kind of the pate, you can see this, there's this line going through, which is kind of making it very intriguing and interesting.
Yeah, I've got one of those as well.
Yeah. So I wonder if it is a piercing that they have done.
Okay.
The blue is formed on top to get some kind of a character going into the goat's cheese. Quite nice and quite, I didn't expect it to be this, as you say, intriguing, or, with the
There's a
flavors.
lot going on there.
I like it actually. And mind you, we're just eating it by itself, but, uh, 9, 8,
9.
9.
Yeah, I'd have to go for a 9 on that one.
Yeah, no, that's interesting, really interesting.
Nice.
I'm just left with this really nice sort of warmth.
Yeah.
So does that come from the piercing, do you think?
I think so. There's a kind of
Yeah.
there's a needle mark there. Can you see that very clear
Yeah.
needle mark? And I'm assuming right on the top of the needle mark is the bluing. So that's the process they use for making blue cheese. So I wonder if they are trying to kind of use that principle to kind of enhance the cheese in some way, or I'm not sure, but whatever it is, giving it lovely flavors, is giving that lovely meatiness to it. So really nice. It's quite balanced also.
I don't think they've put the penicillin in like they would a blue, but I think with piercing it, they're just letting the natural mold from the environment get in. So I think that's what's giving the flavors, and it, like I say, it's quite a unique flavor, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. The next cheese, I think we're just with you, aren't we, Nicola, for this one, is 1121.
Yeah. Let me just crack into it a second. So this is actually quite a hefty wedge. It's got some weight to it. So it's a very appealing looking wedge. Natural mold going on there. Look how pretty that is. We do the other side as well. So definitely some natural mold growth going on there. Very uniform. You can actually see there is some maturation going on there around the edges as well. So it doesn't strike me as being a young cheese. But there's, like I say, how different the mold is on there. Like I say, for the uniformity, I would be giving that a 10.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong there. It's actually really visually appealing. The maturation that's going on seems very even.
And what are you smelling? What's the aromas?
Very earthy, but very woody. But I'm also getting quite a rich milk from the paste as well. Like on this one, the mold doesn't overpower. See what we're getting out of that one. Yeah, I'm getting sort of quite a milky, quite a buttery off the paste alone as well. I'd go for an 8 on that one.
Okay.
The aroma. Texture, it was actually just really, really easy to cut. Really nice cut on that one. So I'm gonna guess when I go into it quite smooth. Let's go for... Smooth, bit meaty. Go for an 8
Okay.
on the texture.
And then what about the flavors?
I'm getting this really savory, umami, and then it goes into a sort of peppery.
Smooth, then peppery.
Yeah. So I've got this sort of like umami sort of start with it, and then it goes into a sort of peppery. It doesn't last, the finish on it's not very long. It's a shame really, because the start that it gives, I'd expect something slightly more complex. There is a little bit of meat in there as well. It's very savoury. I'd go for an 8.
Okay. Add those scores to the sheet. So we're going with a 10 for appearance. We're going for 8 for aroma, 8 for texture, and then 8 again for flavour. Okay, next cheese is 1135, please.
1135. Lots of kind of little holes on it, just seems being pressed, but maybe that's the nature of the cheese. Quite young, looks like quite young cheese.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a lot of openness there as well.
Do get a natural rind out there, but maybe it looks like it's flat, so quite a clean. Looks okay. Yeah, for me, seems fine. Appearance wise,
Yeah, I'd say there's no mold or anything like that going on. The rind is just about visible.
yeah,
Which, like I say, because there's nothing going on there, does for me show quite a young cheese. And again, like you can see that the curds are sort of just about holding. I'd give maybe an 8.
8, yeah.
Okay. And what about the aroma? What are you smelling?
Quite subtle. Getting a little bit of pepper on there. A little bit of milk, but not a lot else.
Yeah, very clean and as you say, very subtle. Almost kind of very clean, little something woody, but very, 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 very kind of delicate, very delicate and clean. I think it's just the nature of the cheese. It is, I think, quite young.
Yeah. It's in younger cheeses you wouldn't expect so much anyway. So
Yeah. Okay. What about the score?
give maybe a 7.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. And what about the texture?
So I broke a bit off and it's quite smooth for cutting.
Yeah, quite smooth, feels quite creamy and buttery on the hand. And
Yeah, definitely smooth and buttery for mouthfeel.
yeah, it's almost like sweet peas, grassy kind of notes coming through. Texture wise, another 8.
Yeah, I'd go for an 8 on that.
Okay, and what about the flavour? What are you tasting?
See, there is that little bit of sweetness, but it's not overpowering or anything like that. But I'm also getting a savoury sort of behind it.
Quite actually, quite nice and balanced actually, not,
Really bad.
no unpleasantness. It's not very goaty at all, so someone who doesn't eat a goat's milk cheese can happily try it. Clean on the finish also. Quite rounded, sorry.
I'd happily go for a 9 on that one, to be
Yeah,
honest.
me too, I agree with you, quite good actually. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
it actually gives more than I expected. Like I say, with the subtlety of the flavour and thinking it was quite young.
Yeah,
There's quite a lot of flavour going on behind that. It's really nice cheese.
it's really nice actually, no.
Okay, let's just recap those scores then. So we've gone for an 8 on appearances, we've gone for a 7 on aroma, then it was a 8 on texture, and finally a 9 for the score. And then the final cheese in this class is 1136, please.
Sure, if it's the same farm or not, looks very similar to that, but maybe slightly matured, slightly darker color, almost ivory-like color on it.
Yeah. Still
Naturally,
got the slight openness that the other one had.
yeah, natural rinded again, so you can see there's no rind really.
Yeah, see the rind on there.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I'd go with a similar appearance score. Nicola, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd go for 8.
8, yeah.
Okay, what about the aroma? What are you smelling?
I'm getting quite a bit of sweetness. I'm getting a little
Sweetness.
caramel.
Clean and light, very delicate, soft also, yeah. You feel that. So another 8 for aroma,
Yeah, yeah.
texture.
Texture, slightly more crumbly, and slightly more open. I've just
Yeah.
broke into it and there's actually
Also feels
a little bit of
firmer
crumbly
over here.
going on there.
Much more firmer, much more body to it. Thing
Go
is,
for a 9.
sorry,
Go for a 9 for texture
9
on that.
for texture, yeah.
There's, like I say, there's a bit more to it, slightly meaty.
Lovely flavor though.
Really nice flavour to it.
So unusual for a goat's to get that sweetness in it.
Yeah, it actually, again, doesn't taste very goaty at all. You do get a little bit more in there. But flavour wise, there's a lot more depth, a lot more complexity.
Not happening. The sweetness quite balanced.
There's a sweetness, but then there's a sort of savouriness, a sort of meaty that goes just, that balances really nicely with it.
No, really nice. Very well balanced. Again, clean on the finish. There's no aftertaste. It doesn't have anything lingering, so you don't want to even think, just have more, just eat more.
Yeah, that's a very, very Moorish cheese. I'd easily go for a 9 on that one.
Yeah, same here, I agree with you.
Okay, let's have a look at the scores. So we're going to go with an 8 on appearance, an 8 on aroma, a 9 on texture, and a 9 on flavour, which makes the first cheese you both tried, entry number 1042, the overall winner in this category with a score of 39.5. Then we have joint second place, 1043 is 38.5. And the final score you just tasted, 1136, is 38.5 as well. And then in fourth place with 38 points is 1121. And in fifth place with 36.5 points is 1135.
So, Nicola, what do you think? Should it be 1136 as overall winner, or?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I do genuinely prefer that last cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it gives a little bit more.
There's only one point in it in the overall score. So shall I just recap the individual scores on the 4 attributes, and then we can realign if we need to. So on 1042, that very first cheese you tasted, you scored 9 for appearance, 8 for aroma, 9 for texture, and 9 for flavour. Comparing that to the last cheese you tasted, which was 1136, you gave an 8 for appearance, 8 for aroma, 9 for texture, and a 9 for flavour.
I put the aroma up on the last one by 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Due to the slight inconsistency of the first one, because like I say, there was a lot more mold on one side than the other. I'd put the appearance down another 1 on that first one.
You agree, Tanny?
Yeah, I agree with Nicola. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let me just go through that, regroup and recap on that leadership board then, because there is slight movement there. So first place is the very last cheese you tasted, which was 39.5, and that's cheese entry number 1136. Then we have got joint second place, which is cheese, the first cheese and the second cheese you tasted, which is 1042 and 1043. And then we have fourth place, which is 1121 with 38 points. And then in fifth place, it's cheese 1135 with a score of 36.5.
Yeah.
Are you happy with those concluding scores?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a toughly battled class there of delicious cheeses. Thank you very much, judges. That concludes our class J2, which was the artisan cheese made from Farm's Own Herd, and that was goat's cheese today. Big thank you to Butlers Farmhouse Cheeses for sponsoring our aprons, and thank you to Peter's Yard for the delicious and incredibly smelling sourdough crackers. Just to conclude that winning cheese from today's judging is going to go through to the category finals. They're going to take place on Tuesday the 14th of May, and our grand final is going to be held on Wednesday the 15th of May, which is going to reveal the best cheeses, best British cheeses, along with the awards that recognise the talented and passionate people in our industry. Also on that day, we're going to award our Supreme Champion of 2024. Thank you, judges, for your thoughts and opinions and your hard work judging those cheeses today. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Should we do one final pitch?